Thank you for being here. For those of you that I have not met or have not worked with you, my name is Bloom Post. I live just outside of Asheville, North Carolina, in the mountains of Western North Carolina. And just realized last night how I could be of support and be in service during this time. And one of the things that's really been coming up during this experience, and for those of you who are just hopping on, please feel free to smudge and just find a comfortable place to sit and relax, because we'll be shamanic journeying. It's been an interesting week, an intense week energetically. And like many of you, I am recording. Let me put this on speaker view so it just records me for the recording later. I've been feeling the energies just like you have. And I've been working with my tools as best I can and being as consistent as possible to do that. And it still felt really intense. And there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of panic. And there's a lot of misinformation. And everybody on Facebook is an expert. That's the beauty of social media. Everyone's become an expert in everything. So what I realized was I wanted to just sit and check in with myself. I wanted to check in with the energetics surrounding as well as the energetics of the virus itself. And I really found a stillness within myself to sit with what I was feeling individually, separate from the collective. Some of what I'm feeling is the collective. I'm an empath. So like many of you who are empaths and highly sensitive people, we're feeling everybody's panic and fear, not just our own. Not everybody has that experience. So for those of you who have that experience, I want to honor that and let you know that you're not alone in that, and find some space to figure out what's yours and what's not yours. You can literally sit still and ask, is this mine? And start tracking that and unwinding what's your fear, because if you have fear, that's totally normal. And some of what you're experiencing is not your fear, and it can start to feel really overwhelming. So I was feeling that and working with my tools and practices, and also realizing that I had a sense of helplessness. I wanted to be able to do something. I wanted to, be able to do something tangible, to be of support. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a virus specialist or what, I'm not any of the things that would be out there on the front lines. And I realized this is about all of us stepping into leadership and stepping into our gifts, whatever that means for you. That could be checking in on your neighbors. That could be going to the store for someone who is not able to do it. I checked in on my neighbors because they're elders and they're tougher than me. They got a farm, they grow their own food, they're hardcore, they're like 1,000 years old, they're awesome. And I still wanted to check in and see how they're doing. And they've got family close by, but it still felt important. And I checked in with other people who are younger, and just even the young guys who live next door who aren't able to go to work now, and just see how they're doing. And that's part of reaching out, being in leadership. Maybe you're able to simply share some positivity on social media. And I'm not talking about ignore what's going on. I'm simply saying finding a place where you can bring some light to a situation that feels very intense. That's all leadership. You don't have to be a doctor or a nurse or do healing work or any of those things. It's simply, how can you be in your inner pillar? How can you activate your inner pillar and be in that balance in such a way that you are in leadership? Even if nobody else knows what you're doing, you're still in leadership. So I've talked to people who have tools to work with, and they're just like, I cannot sit and meditate right now. Just can't do it. I hear you. Do something different. Do some yoga. Turn up some music and dance through your living room. Find the things that start bringing you back into the joy, and it's little things. I looked out the window and the turkeys were back, and they're all bickering about the bird seed, and the little baby cow across the street is looking at them, wondering what the heck those big fluffy things are. And it was a moment of, okay, it brought me back to my heart. It helped me remember to breathe. And seeing, we're in a bit of winter, early spring, and seeing things budding and seeing life happening. Like, these are the things that I'm reminding myself to refocus, refocus, refocus. Drink lots of water. I realized that I had not been drinking enough water because it's been cold, and I wasn't thinking about it. And just such simple practices that can seem so small in the big picture of everything that's going on right now are so vital to you getting back into your sovereignty and your inner pillar. And that is leadership. Love is a revolutionary act. It always has been. And especially now, we're getting to see that, really get to see how revolutionary it is to come back into love. So I just realized this is how I can be of support. And I put it online and let my guides tell me what we're going to do today. And then I'm just showing up without an outline, unrehearsed. Let's just come together and do some medicine work. And what I'd like to do tonight, well, it's not tonight, it's afternoon. And for those watching the recording, it could be any time of day. But what I'd like to do in this moment is go into a sacred space where we're going to work with a practice that is based on a Peruvian practice that the Pacos work with there, where we will unplug from the tribe of humanity. We will unplug from everybody else and find your sovereignty, find your calm, quiet, inner pillar space. And from that space, we will then speak to the virus to find out lessons that are here for each of us. I found it very interesting when in the last few days when I was sitting with this, I realized we've had all these fires and all these different things happening, and so many things that are happening are affecting the lungs, and lungs are connected with grief. And we've been chopping down the lungs of the planet, the rainforest, and just recognizing how much grief we have as a collective. And so that's what I've been sitting with, is my own inner grief as a human, and the grief of what's happening on the planet, not getting sucked into the rabbit hole of that, just awareness of what in me is not being nourished and nurtured. Where am I disconnected from myself? And how can I be more connected with myself, and therefore more connected with nature and more connected with the planet? The planet is definitely taking this time to heal, as we all are being offered this opportunity, as scary as it may feel at times, where you've got this opportunity to really go inward and to be quiet. We're being asked to quarantine and stay home and go internal. And a lot of people wouldn't do that unless they were forced to. And now we're in this situation where it's time to go internal, really, really internal. And so that's what I'd like to do together today as a group, and just offer this with some love, because y'all, I've been in my shit too. And I've been working through it so that I could come to this place and offer some support. And that's, what it's all about, is recognizing that we're all in it, and how can we bring our medicine in our own way to others. And again, this might be very internal for you. Bringing your medicine might mean simply getting back into alignment and out of the fear and panic. So if you've never worked with me before, that's fine. I'm going to walk you through this whole process. And the main thing is, you'll just want to find a quiet space. Don't do this if you're driving. If you're driving, just listen along, but don't close your eyes. Drinking water. And find a quiet space where you can relax, where you can sit down or lie down. I'm going to gather my rattles. And just take some nice breaths into your belly. I would encourage you to close your eyes if you're in a space where you can do that, or soft eyes. I'm actually going to turn the heat down. And with your eyes closed, or soft eyes, just take a moment and check in. Where am I in my body? Where are you in your body? Without praise or blame, just awareness. Where are you in your body? Just breathing into that. If it feels comfortable and grounded where you are in your body, that's great. If you'd like to shift that, then simply move that point of focus in your body and find that focus in a space that feels more grounded and supportive to you. You might want to come into your heart. You might want to come into your core, your koshko, and remembering to gently breathe. And if you have guides that you work with, teachers in the seen and unseen realms, ancestors, ascended masters, archangels, star beings, spiritual figures, whatever your support is, I invite you right now as you're breathing gently into your belly to invite them to sit around you right there in the space that you are. We're not going to shamanic journey somewhere else today. We're going to shamanic journey right where we are, here on planet Earth, so that we're linking in while staying present. So feel your guides circled up around you. If you're not sure who your guides are, please feel free to invite in animal totems that feel supportive, ancestors or teachers that you'd like to feel supported by. And feeling them around you right where you are, sitting or lying down, as we invoke the pillars of this temple: Archangels Michael, Ariel, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Sandalphon, Metatron, Zadkiel, Melchizedek, San Germain, San Cipriano. Activating this temple grid space so that we are in medicine world and you are in your safe, sacred medicine world space throughout this process. Even those who will watch this recording, you are receiving this right now. And it's okay if the mind is busy. It's okay if it's hard to sit still. And take a moment to link in with what's called kind eyes. You can find a person or an animal or an archetype or a goddess or whatever resonates for you. Something that can look at you with kind eyes, with unconditional love. And imagine that animal or that person or that being in front of you right now, looking at you with those kind eyes and that pure love. And as best you can, allow yourself to receive that unconditional love as you gaze back into their eyes. Nice breath into your belly. And starting at the top of your head, you will feel a light coming down towards your crown, the crown of your head. And this light will begin to envelop you, and let it happen very slowly as it creates a luminous egg around your body, because what I'm asking you to do is unplug from everybody and everything as you do this. The people you love, the people you don't necessarily love, people you don't even know. Unhook from social media, unhook energetically from everyone, everything, every situation, so that as this luminous egg begins to encircle you, you are completely energetically, lovingly disconnecting, and you'll reconnect when we're complete. Just go ahead and unconnect, disconnect, so that you find yourself in this luminous egg completely free and clear, absolutely sovereign, no one or no thing attached to you. And if that's creating resistance for you, breathe into that, because we're not disconnecting and leaving. We are unattaching. And so that when you reconnect, you'll do this with healthy connections and not the unhealthy attachments. So you're not going to leave anybody. You're not going to lose anybody. We just want to take a moment and be so in our own energy, so completely sovereign that we're not feeling anybody else's stuff. And you can get completely free and clear within this luminous egg. So nice breath into your belly. I'm going to send my healing teams to each of you right now to support and assist in this process. And remember to continue to gently breathe into your belly. You can even focus on your breath as you find yourself surrounded and encased in this beautiful white light, this beautiful luminous egg, and allow everything to be quiet. I'm going to invoke my healing team to support and assist in any lasting attachments that are needing to lovingly be cleared out, supporting you with that. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just breathe into your belly as best you're able. Relax into the sovereignty of just being surrounded by white light. Even my voice is coming from outside of that luminous energetic bubble of light. I'm going to take a moment and rattle just to keep the monkey mind busy. And just relax and breathe into the sovereignty. Setting the intention of relaxing your nervous systems, relaxing your mind and your body and your heart and your soul. There's nothing to do. Just be in this bubble of light. And staying within this luminous bubble as you breathe into your belly, ask the spirit of this virus to come and stand outside of the luminous egg that you are in so that it cannot make its way in. And allow yourself to give it some sort of visual, maybe a color or a shape. Or maybe it's got its own form, its own spirit form. And from your heart, simply ask the spirit of this virus what lessons it is bringing for you. And stay in your heart as you do this. Stay in your luminous egg. This is not a time for trying to fix or save the world. This is a time for you. Have the opportunity to listen and receive wisdom. And as you're receiving this wisdom and this information, stay in your luminous egg, stay in your heart. There is no need to fear. You are within that protective, luminous body. And as you have received the wisdom, you tell the spirit of the virus, thank you. Thank you for your wisdom. And sending the spirit of that virus surrounded in light, not your light, surrounded in spirit's light, so that you don't have to do or give of your own resources. Simply invoke the healing light of spirit. To surround that virus in love, sending the spirit of that virus back to its home within spirit. And reconnecting with your sovereign energy within this luminous egg. And if you accidentally started hooking in again, simply allow that to clear out, let the light flow through, and wash that clean. Remember to breathe into your belly and focusing on your inner pillar, the pillar of light that is within you that goes through all the chakras, all the way up and down through your physical experience. Light that up. Set the intention to activate your inner pillar of light. Set the intention to remember your gifts and how you can be in service and in leadership in your own sacred way at this time. Set the intention to remember who you are and to fully embody in a felt sense, lived experience that you were born for this. You are here for a purpose. And that we are here together at this time because we are born for this. Your light is needed at this time. Activate that light within you. Ask your guides for support. Whatever you connect with and you receive support from, ask that energy or those energies. Let them know you are ready. Even if you're not really sure that you're ready, you are, because you're here right now. So that means you're ready, and you don't have to do anything. Just breathe into your belly and ask for the ability to be in your sovereignty, in your personal power, in your gifts and your beautiful medicine. Activate that inner pillar of light and let it fill your body. Breathe into that. Feel your energy expand. And as your energy expands from that inner pillar all the way through your body and your energetic bodies, feel it fill that luminous egg that has been surrounding you, that beautiful luminous orb that you've been in during this time. So that your inner pillar of light has expanded and now surrounds you. And nice breath into your belly as you gently begin to unzip that luminous orb that's been surrounding you, and be very intentional and conscious about what you choose to reconnect with. Your loved ones, your friends, your pets. Be very intentional as you reconnect with the love in your life. Even if you just want to reconnect with a few things, that's okay. And as that luminous body is opening, that orb, that egg is unzipping and opening and making its way up back to the crown of your head, you are still within the luminous egg of your own light. As your inner pillar shines forth and has expanded to hold you. And closing up that first luminous egg that we opened from the beginning. You're welcome to reconnect with that support at any time. Feel your guides circled up with you still. And this is a practice. So anytime you'd like to come back to this and do it again, do it as many times as you need. Stay in that sovereign, luminous orb as long as you like, as long as you need, in order to simply feel your own energy. Feel your experience, not everybody else's. Turning off all those noises and all of that distraction. Remember to breathe into your belly and fill your lungs whenever you start to feel panic or fear or any of the energies coming up. Remember your lungs. Breathe into your lungs. Fill them gracefully, easefully. Bring spirit into your lungs. Find your feet on the floor, on the earth, on the, and even if you're in your car, feel your feet in your shoes, touching the pedals. Find your grounding. Connect with the trees. Touch them, hug them, sit with them. And thank you all so much for being here today. You can stay with your eyes closed if you'd like. You can open your eyes, whatever feels good to you. But I do want to thank you for being here. It means a lot to show up and be together in this virtual way and connect. I feel better when I connect with other people and come into these places of quiet and solace and stillness. So I want to thank you all for being willing to do that together. And we'll get a recording of this together and put it out so that if you'd like to do it again, I'm probably going to keep offering some more of this through the next couple weeks just to be available. And again, thank you for being here.